Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. We're going to watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Roland Sands Carson Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. This is the Carson Jacket from Roland Sands, new for fall of 16. One of the themes that we've seen Roland do for the fall of 16 is get under that $500 mark, where in previous times they have done super high end. Well, they're taking some of that DNA, some of those construction technique, some of that style, and they're making a jacket that's a little bit less frills, but again is a little bit more attainable. This is the Carson. Check out the Walker. Also check out the Sonoma. 3 distinct styles, all done in 1.1-ish buffalo leather, which again is a little bit lighter weight than race grade cowhide. It's going to be matte, it's going to be distressed, has a nice waxing to it, but again, it's drum dyed. So still a premium style leather, but again, just not as high end as some of the other Roland Sands jackets. Now, if we look at the Carson, in my opinion, this screams cruiser, touring, upright riding, where the Sonoma is more cafe retro race, and something like the Walker is going to be more of your Peter Fonda cafe style, if you know what I'm going for there. This guy has a lot of panels. There's a lot going on here. Certain areas are simplified, and it's using the gold hardware from RSD. So again, you're getting the circle dot at the collar, at the pull. You're getting the gold zippers done in YKK. They're actually brass in the hand warmer pockets and down the sleeve. Now, quick note on sizing. Sizing in this guy is going to be the same for high as Brian. He's 6 foot 195, 42-inch chest. He's wearing a size large, but the sizing is a bit more box cut. If you see, it doesn't have that race articulation. It still has a little bit of articulation in the seams, but it's more boxy. In the Roland Sands collection, there's not a lot of jackets that carry this. On the leather side, there are a handful of textiles that have this shape to it, but again, not overly baggy, not overly boxy, but again, great for the upright riding position, or if you're in a layback rider position, maybe think about a Harley or think about a touring bike, this is where I would take it. Brian's wearing a size large, use a size chart, no questions there. Remember, we'll ship for free over 39 bucks, and I'd love it if you subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the Carson. Now, if we dive back into the Carson, remember, leather, no removable thermal lining. Spring and fall are going to be great. There's also very limited perf here, so you're not really getting into the summer with this unless you really run cold, meaning you're not going to sweat and die in it because it is a heavier duty jacket. Now, if we see all of the seams, that's from my standpoint, there are a lot of panels here. They add a stylistic touch, but when you add that many seams, you add weak points for bursting. When I think about the $400 to $500 mark, unless you love the matte black and the Roland Sands style, check some other jackets out from Revit. Check out some of the jackets out from Alpine Stars or Dainese. They're all hitting this $400 to $500 range at this point, and it's a mixture of factors. This guy also doesn't come with armor. That would be my biggest gripe. If you're coming in here, it's a rider's jacket. Give me CE rated shoulders and elbows like the Sonoma has. They've chosen not to do that. Again, a lot of RSD higher end jackets don't come with armor. You can add the force field armor. You can do that here as well. There are pockets, but again, making it a little bit more off the rack for the everyday rider could be a good thing. We talked about the pockets. From a cuff standpoint, again, it's going to be bottom side of the sleeve. You're going to have your YKK zip. And notice when I expose that satin gold liner, which is a classic feature from Roland Sands, and you do have that perforation where that leather wraps, again, that buffalo leather at the cuffs, which is a nice touch. Brizzle, turn that way. If we look at the shoulder, temper foam padding, lots of horizontal stitching and paneling for styling as we work our way down the elbow. Elbow has the padding, again, not CE rated armor down to the forearm. If he lifts his arm, you're going to see very simple with a little bit of punctuation at the armpit, down along the side, 2 snaps with an exposed, it's really the underside of the leather. It feels more of suede, it's for a pop of style as you work your way down, and then go backwards for me there, HVB. If we look at the back, you can add a back protector. There's a little more room to work with. And they did give you a drop seat, so if you're wearing this jacket because you like the way it sits on you, or if you need that style, or you need a little bit of extra room, you can rock this in a 3/4 position, which would be a little bit closer to tuck because they gave you that great drop seat. Brian goes right here. You're going to see basic Roland Sands blacked out leather embossed on top of this patch. Outside of the pulls, that's going to be it for the branding. Come back around to the front for me. Let's open it up from the inside. You should see a Napoleon pocket. You're going to see the satin liner from RSD. And again, it's the same as their high-end jackets. So embossed Roland Sands inner liner with sketches from his notepad. You have your pocket, which I call the hat pocket. It fits perfectly if you have a baseball cap for when you get off the bike. And I love they use the premium buffalo leather that's going to be perforated on the inside of the collar and the placket here as well. If we go this way, there is my Napoleon. I almost call it the Roland Sands pocket. It is a Napoleon, but you can see how that is done. Again, no surprises here. You do have a collar snapback as well, which I actually really like. I wear a Ronin myself. That collar snapback comes into play. If you decide you want to ride with it open, you have the ability to get it out of harm's way. The next step in your journey is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page, read other rider reviews around the Carson from Roland Sands. Also, don't miss the Walker or the Sonoma, which again play in the same family from RSD. Keep in mind that we're going to ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a Gear Geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion on the latest and greatest in the moto universe and what they can fix about it. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.